welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Nika. Thank you so much for stopping in. Excuse the noise in my background. I have my fan going, my dryer's going, so you may hear a little bit, but today I just want to talk to you all about trusting yourself. So, it's easier said than it's done, obviously, because if it was that easy, then we all would trust ourselves. But we all do have a tendency of not trusting ourselves, especially when it comes to people we care about or things that we care about. We know we may have a feeling and we like, okay, this doesn't seem right, this person's not telling me the truth, or this person doesn't want what I want, or this job is just, I feel like it's a dead-end job. And then what starts to happen? All of a sudden, when you think on it too long, you linger on it too long, all these other thoughts start coming in, and you call yourself a liar indirectly. You be like, yeah, but that's probably not what it is. Maybe I'm overthinking. Maybe, maybe it's really just me. Maybe if I try a little harder, then things would come out better. Maybe if I stop focusing on just that little bit and just focus on everything else, I can appreciate where I am, I can appreciate who I'm with, I can appreciate my friends, I can appreciate my family on a different level than what I'm currently feeling. But that comes into play where you're not trusting yourself. See, we all have gut feelings. Women, of course, have a stronger intuition than men, but we all know when something just doesn't seem right. We all know when it's just right in our face, like something's not right about this, or maybe I'm wasting my time. You need to learn to be okay. Even if you have to investigate it a little bit, it's okay to say, you know what, this is how I'm feeling, journal about it, and say, this is how I feel right now. Let me give it a week and see if it's still the same feeling. If it is, then in fact you know that something's not right and you need to trust it. Now you can bring it up in conversation. You can, whatever you have to do to make changes to make sure that you don't fall into the hole of what you already feeling. So if you're feeling like a job is trying to get rid of you, or you feeling like you're never going to get promoted, or you feeling like, your partner is not being faithful to you, or you feel like you want to be married but this person doesn't, or you want kids and this person doesn't, and you're just like, I'm in a stagnant relationship, you need to figure out a way to approach that, whether it be talking about it to that person, which I suggest, give people a fair chance to, to put their foot in their own butt, basically. So if you, spoke to them about it, they can't never say that you never told me, or you never expressed to me that you were bothered about that, So I always say, when in doubt, the best thing to do is to approach it in an adult way, have an adult, mature conversation. And then after that, if it continues on and if you're still feeling the same way, you need to let it go. You need to trust yourself enough that if I leave a situation, it's not me just giving up on love, or giving up on a job, or giving up on my friendship. It's me, stepping into a position to become or to get something better. And when we don't trust ourselves, we keep on second guessing ourselves, well, maybe it's not that, oh, well, maybe this will change, or maybe it's me. You keep on doing that, you're never, your intuition is telling you, like, no, this is what's happening, or you are in a situation that you're not supposed to be in, and you keep on trying, and years go by, and you're still unhappy because that feeling's still going to be there. You can't get rid of it. It's telling you. It's just like God and his angels just speaking to you like, hey, this ain't right, this ain't going anywhere, and you keep on sticking around and staying, then at the end of the day, you're not going to have anybody to blame but yourself, because you knew and you had the intuition, you had the gut feelings, you seen, but you didn't want to trust your feelings, you didn't want to trust yourself in that moment. So you end up being in a situation for far longer than you had to be, and you have to learn the hard way because you didn't want to listen to that small voice inside of yourself. I call it God, you can call it yourself, you can call it the universe, you can call it intuition, you can call it whatever you like to call it, but we all know about that little voice that's inside of you that is like, hey, maybe you shouldn't do that, hey, maybe you should try this, hey, maybe this is not the best route for you to go. But we ignore it, and that's because we just don't trust ourselves. We don't trust it because someone's not walking up to us and vocally speaking it to us, you know. But it's like, how many times have you been in a situation where you knew something wasn't right and you felt it? Nobody else seemed to say anything, but you felt it, and you were just like, I know it's just not right. I know I can do better than this. I know I deserve better than this. And you just stay way longer than you have to, and then you find out, like, the whole time you're feeling some type of way about it, it was true. And not only that, later on you find out other people were thinking the same thing, but they just didn't say anything because they're like, well, I thought you were happy, so I didn't say nothing, and it's your life. And then you're thinking, like, if you would have said something to me. But that's the problem. You don't always need somebody else to come and tell you what you should already know. If you already have the feelings, if you already have, you know, the doubt or whatever going on, and you know that it's not just something that you're just being emotional about, you know it's really on you, and you know that you tried to find other ways around it, but it's still coming to the same thing. You had the same feeling. It's just, you just know it, but you ignore it. That's you. Learn to trust yourself. It's okay. It's okay to just say, you know, I'm going to trust myself in this moment. I'm going to stand strong on what I believe, and that's it. And I mean, if you make a mistake and it was the wrong decision, then you learn from it. But more likely, I say 90 chances out of 100, we're usually typically right about what we're feeling. And especially if we're not in the moment, to spend a moment like, oh, I feel this way, I'm out, or I feel this way, I'm going to spaz out on people, or I'm going to quit my job or whatever. But when you give it time and you continuously feel a certain type of way, and you pay attention to those feelings, and you pay attention to how you've been treated and what people are saying, what people are doing, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, whatever type of situation you're in, and it's still like, yeah, I still feel the same way, then you know right there that it is not about just you feeling some type of way. It's your human protection, that human guard of yourself, protecting you and trying to warn you before you continue on in this situation at this job and this friendship. I hope I'm making sense of what I'm trying to say to y'all, because in my mind, I hear it differently than what is coming out, but I'm trying to explain it because I am in that situation where I've doubted myself, like, no, or maybe I heard it wrong, or maybe my mind overthought that situation, or maybe it's really not that. Maybe this person just had a bad day, and I'm constantly making excuses for everybody else while ignoring my intuition. My intuition's like, no, this is not what it is, and guess what? Your girl got hurt real bad because of that. And this is not the first time in her life that this has happened. This happens continuously because I don't trust that what I'm feeling is legit, and it be legit. So I just want y'all to just, you know, focus and tune in on yourself. Stop listening to the voices around you, and stop making excuses for everybody else. If you know that somebody's not treating you right, if you know that you're in a situation where it's dead end, don't make excuses for it. Do what you feel like you need to do to get into a situation that is more promising for you. But that's just my take on it. Y'all let me know what you think in the comment box below. I know that this conversation can expand on in so many ways. I love to hear it. We can talk about it. Give me some ideas. You can chat about it. Let me know if you've been in these situations, because I'm sure you have. But just let me know if you want to. And we'll continue the conversation. Until next time. Bye.